What if another bishop or a cardinal or something, can they talk to this bishop and say, like, what's going on here? Or do you think that they don't really like to do that? Because there must be some that are pro-life still, and they must be upset by this. Do you find that there's any internal pushback with people, or is it kind of like, no, the Pope's made the decision, so we're going to sit this one out?
It's both at the same time, because I know for a fact it's not only this current bishop, but other bishops I've been under who have tried to restrict some of my work. Other bishops have told me that they've talked to them, so I know that those private conversations occur. I also know that a lot of them are, and they say, because they say it to me, a lot of them are on our side. I would say most of the bishops are have approval of the work we do. And I say, yes, even the Vatican has done so many times, backing us up. But they're afraid to say anything. And that goes back to the original problem. Remember I said, well, priests for life, well, we just helped them to say so, right? And same thing with these bishops. It's like, okay, if you really believe in something, well, why don't you step up to the plate and say something? Why don't you, if you think somebody's doing something that's not for the good of the church, talk to them. Yeah, we understand that's their priest, their diocese, not yours. But at the same time, we're all in service of the whole church. You can't compare. One of the problems with leadership in the Catholic Church, at least in America these days, they compartmentalize things too much. They think about competence and jurisdiction. They think in these legalistic terms. Well, because that's not my diocese, because that's not my priest, I don't have anything to say about it. Yeah, but if it's a national ministry, an international ministry, if it's having influence on pro-life people in your diocese, which it no doubt is, because we have influence on these pro-life people everywhere, well, then it is your concern. But, a lot of them are just not thinking that way.
Right. And hopefully, like you said, the next pope reverses this, everything gets back to normal, because this is the right thing to do. And that's what God would want. That's what is best for also other priests to see. Because if you're a young man who wants to join the priesthood and you're pro-life, you might think, oh, I don't know if I can be a priest now. I don't know if I can do active work like this. I can't, live according to what's right, because I will just be defrocked or punished. And that's really sad.
This is one of the things, this is one of the reasons that I'm one of your biggest fans, because, these insights that you bring up, what you just said now is so important, because I've always said to bishops, we have these fancy vocational promotion efforts, right? We want more young men to think about the priesthood and hopefully become priests. And I say to them, you can have all the fancy ads that you want. You can have the come and see days and the retreats and the event. Oh, come and see. The first thing we have to do if we want more men to join the priesthood is to make sure we're treating the right way the priests we already have. And if they stand up on an issue as central as this, and then people see that they're getting slapped down or punished, what in the world are these men supposed to think? It's parallel, isn't it, to, remember the Kavanaugh confirmation hearings? People were raising this question about young people who want to get into the law profession or maybe become judges themselves. And it's like, if my highest aspiration is to be a Supreme Court justice, and then I see how they treat them in these hearings, why do I want to do that? So it has a chilling effect on many, many, many younger aspiring people in all of these professions.
Yeah. And I wonder the same thing about, young men who want to be policemen. They think, I can't intervene in a conflict. I can't do the right thing. I can't actually protect this person who's being intimidated unless the, assaulter kills you. You can't really do anything because they're afraid they're going to go to a trial or whatever it is. So it's it's so sad. But Father Pavone, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to keep you in our prayers. And I'm so excited for the March for Life. So good luck with all of your continuing efforts. And I know that this is only going to lead to even more lives saved. So don't give up.
Amen. Amen. Thanks. Good to be with you, Danielle.
Thank you.